Hi, widows and widowers. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to drop in and give a word of encouragement. On this grief journey, at some point, as it is for me, you have to eventually put death in its proper place for you. I know in previous videos I've always stated that you need to define death as to what it means to you and your family. That helps. Now I am in a point where I have accepted the fact that um, death is not the end. You know, I believe more so now that we grieve the loss of a person's physical presence. Um, and that can be remedied through healthy memories, pictures, and things of that nature. And as for me, also, because I've placed death in its proper place for my life and in my perspective, and that is that death is not the end. I have, I don't grieve that my husband, or anyone is in any pain or torment or anything like that. And the reason being, and maybe why I was more accepting of this placement of death in my life, because I'm a mother. You know, I create life, and not at any time would I create an environment for something, a human being, or anything of me, and create anything of pain purposely. All right. Either I deal with it, when the, incident happens with one of my offsprings or my children, or it's not dealt, you deal with it right then and there as best you can. But we're talking about on a spiritual plane, so I know God deals with it even more perfectly than I could ever put into words. However, I digressed for a little bit, but it is very healthy to define death and put it in its proper place. All right. And put it in a healthy place. And if you need any assistance in doing that, um, I always say seek out, professional help, and sometimes that can be costly. But I will tell you this, for me, I've utilized a lot of um, YouTube free resources, and I would hear information and then I would go and research it a little bit more. And then I would just pray about it and say, this seems like something I'm drawn to. But before I accept it, I research it and I continue to pray through the process. And then God begins to sift it and feed it to me the way that He wants me to receive it. So, 7 years this year, all right, that my husband continued his life. So now I'm at a point where I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid to die. When my husband passed away, oh my goodness, for at least 5 years, I was in just constant torment in putting myself through it, because I have two children. Two of our children have the same illness that my husband had. So I was just constant torment, like, oh my goodness, trying to, those negative thoughts, those low energy thoughts that were constantly going through my mind about my own children. I was worrying myself to death about something that had not even happened, right? So it was very important for me, for my overall physical health, mental health, spiritual health, to put death in its proper place, you know, so that I could be a better person in the present for my children, and I was sent here in this world to enjoy it as well. So I'm no longer afraid anymore. So don't you be afraid. Okay. I To validate what I'm going through, I came across this YouTube video, and someone was sharing how they said death is not real. I'm gonna attach a copy of that link, and please watch it. And like I said, define and put death where it belongs for you. All right, because it's not the end. It's probably one of the most beautiful events that you can think of. Now, I grant you depending on how a person leaves here, that can hurt your heart. I get you. I get that. And it may be very difficult to get over. And that's why I say receive any type of help or guidance to get you back to your peace. All right. Be blessed and know that this journey gets better, baby. I'm telling you. All right. Love you guys. Bye.